Oh my God, look at the state of it. Look at the state of it. God. You know what, it's absolutely crazy in this country at the moment. It seems like every single week there's something new, some new problem that arises, whether it's shortages in supermarkets, whether it's shortages of HGV drivers. Look at the state of that. Whether it's gas prices going up or shortages of petrol, it seems like every week there's something new that crops up, and every single time something does crop up, I always think, well, you know, surely this can't have any links with Brexit. But it always does, and it doesn't even take a lot of research to find out what the problems are, and it's just absolutely insane. It's like exiting the European Union had so many different fingers in so many different pies in this country that it just affects every single aspect of this country. You saw at the beginning of the video there, we've got a serious problem in Brighton. The Binmen are on strike for 2 weeks, and it is causing absolute chaos. Every single bin that I drive past is overflowing. It's disgusting. As you know, we get a lot of seagulls here in Brighton as well, and they like to attack the bins. It's just an absolute nightmare. And why are the Binmen on strike? Well, the Binmen are on strike because their driver routes are being changed and they're being well overworked, and their driver routes are expanding. Why are their driver routes being changed and why are they expanding? Well, it's down to the shortage of HGV drivers. You may have seen in the news recently, because of the shortage, a lot of Binmen drivers have actually been poached to become full HGV drivers in other industries, leaving Binmen short, and that's why they're striking. So again, you don't have to look far to find a Brexit link in every single problem in this country, and it's another example of how the shortages of HGV drivers that some Brexit supporters seem to love is not a good thing. All they're doing is being poached from other industries. So okay, so you've got food shortages of drivers. They might have poached a load of drivers, but now we've got Binmen problems. Brighton's not the only council to be affected from Binmen striking. There's been others as well, and it's, like I say, it really goes to show just how many fingers and how many pies has the European Union got in this country, and when you take it away, how everything collapses, and how it's just more and more increasingly difficult to try and excuse this stuff. I mean, where else do you hide? It's just everywhere, and the plainest example is just none of this stuff is going on in Europe. That's the biggest example you can point to. None of these disasters, yes, they've got shortages, yes, they've got their own problems, but they haven't got it to the extent that we have. And how much more ducking and diving can this government do from these problems? I mean, I'll be interested to see how many more Binmen get poached and how many more councils will start going through the same thing with Binmen striking, or just sheer shortages, because this was even a problem before the Binmen started striking in Brighton. We kept having missed deliveries just through sheer shortages of drivers. So I can see this problem escalating throughout the country, and I think more and more councils, more and more Binmen are going to either see that they can earn probably more money in other industries, or strike because they're not getting enough money in their own industry because others are competing, and we're just going to have one massive shift of labour due to the sheer fact that we just don't have the numbers of labour in this country. We're just going to go for a pattern of shifting jobs. Drivers are going to shift from this industry to that industry. We're going to get holes filled in the food delivery sector, but then filled, and then they're going to be taken from the Binmen, and you're just going to get pockets of vacancies in different areas that are just going to crop up, and it's just going to be an endless shift, because you're never going to fill the sheer volume of labour that disappeared when we came out of the European Union. How are you ever, has any government official on Brexit ever explained how you're going to fill those numbers of labour. And I did mention this briefly in my live chat that I'd done before, and it's this like typical Tory way of thinking, where they're just like stuck in the 1970s or the 1980s, where they just think, oh well, you know, every young working class man's dream is to become a lorry driver, isn't it? You know, of course they do. They love that. They love all that stuff. I swear that's what their thought process is. I swear it's what their thought process is. But they don't understand that we're living in 2020, and the majority of kids now, young kids, they're making money at home. Yeah, they don't have to go work on the farm or become a lorry driver. Yeah, they're making money on YouTube. They're making money from drop shipping. They're making money from cryptocurrency. If they've got a laptop, a bit of savvy and a bit of brains and an internet connection, they can make money. Young British people are not going to flock to lorry driving jobs. They're really not. And it just goes to show that ancient old Tory mentality, which just really makes me laugh. It's pathetic. Let me know in the comments, have you had problems with your binmen? Have you had is it starting? Have you got a few missed collections? Because I've noticed it for a while in Brighton, and now it's just come to heave with the strikes, which have just really put it to shit. Before I go, I just want to flash up on screen some of you guys that donated to the run on Sunday. Thank you so much. We raised nearly £300 from you guys, from the ones that donated on the live stream and the ones that on screen here donated directly. I can't thank you guys enough. Absolutely amazing the amount of money that you donated. Thank you so much. I will be back with a date for a live stream again at some point. Please stay tuned, and until next time, take care. I think it's time.
There was a goose just sat on the edge of the pond. I think it's
time.
It's because
I've got to start queuing.
And it's there.